Advance.
He advanced up the ladder slowly.
Customers can get huge discounts by booking in advance.
He is at advanced stage of Parkinson's disease.
All seats are bookable in advance. A high intake of fruits and vegetables was associated with a lower risk of advanced prostate cancer.
Advance.
Athlete.
Some athletes can play many sports very well.
They showed athletes with serene faces.
They are outstanding athletes in swimming.
It's the aspiration of an athlete or an artist or a student.
Some athletes can play many sports very well.
Athlete.
Average.
I'm not rich or poor, I'm average.
To get an average for home costs, the agent sought prices on comparable homes.
Four electric motors permit the plane to cruise, at a speed of up to 140 kilometers per hour, at an average height of 8,500 meters above sea level.
What is the average weight of wrestlers? I've got 2 bright students, but the rest are average.
Average.
Behind.
I hung my coat behind the door.
Don't forget to lock the door behind you.
What is the motivation behind this sudden change?
The sun set behind the reeds of the lake's shore. I hung my coat behind the door.
Behind.
Course.
The school holds the courses for beginners.
I'm taking a course in American history.
All main courses are served with chips or baked potato.
In the normal course of things, he is often very full.
Fiona's a student on a business course.
Course.
Lower.
The chart shows how his production has lowered over the year.
A second way to improve trade is to lower tariffs.
How many coffee chain baristas and sweatshop seamstresses assume that voting for lower taxes will bring them security and prosperity?
In some areas, rising unemployment has affected people with lower education levels more than others.
the cost in time and energy lowered significantly.
Lower.
Match.
These two colors do not match.
We can match our rival company's price.
The team will stay on after the match for a meal or a drink.
In an arranged marriage, parents may do the matchmaking.
Match.
Member.
Julie is the newest member of our team. MERS is a member of the viral family of germs that cause the common cold and severe acute respiratory syndrome, or SARS.
I email them personally sometimes because they're my favorite members. I filled out the membership application.
He was a member of the Comintern at the time.
Member.
Mental.
Mental exercise sounded good to Stacy.
If someone applies for an injunction against a person with a mental disability, a third party will be appointed to act for that person. John took issue with the story that he had mental problem.
Mental exercise sounded good to Stacy.
When you give them energy, they become mental formations.
Mental.
Passenger.
There are many passengers on this journey.
Mr. Fullman was a passenger in the car when it crashed.
This flight attendant is really good at dealing with sick passengers.
The safety of passengers must be paramount when designing a car.
None of the passengers were badly hurt.
Passenger. Personality.
He has a very outgoing personality, and makes friends very easily. This doesn't mean that he is superior to other men in personality, upbringing, or moral fiber.
What personality trait is the most important for inner beauty?
The placid nature of her personality made her easy to work with.
He is well qualified for the job, but he does lack personality.
Personality.
Poem.
William Shakespeare wrote many poems. Her brother read a medieval Spanish live poem.
In the 1950s, City Lights made history when they published Allen Ginsberg's controversial poem Howl.
Sue, writing poems? Pull the other one, she can't even write a correct sentence.
The poem has been set to music.
Poem. Pole.
The flag was hanging from the flagpole. He's not the man to talk to. He's just the low man on the totem pole.
With further warming, animals will tend to migrate toward the poles.
The flag was hanging from the flagpole. The North Pole is covered by a huge glacier.
Pole.
Remove.
I removed the nail from the board. The mechanic removed the dirt to clear the engine valve.
The city council asked for bids to remove the bushes.
These remove poisons from the body.
These chefs are trained to remove the poisonous parts of the fish.
Remove. Shoot.
Don't shoot, I surrender.
He shoots the ball straight to the goal.
He ordered not to shoot until he gave the signal.
If the shrub is still too tall, cut back the stems to just above the strong side shoot.
Shoot. Swim.
He jumped in the river and swam.
He exercises constantly, he swims, he runs, he lifts weights.
He likes swimming and shooting. Popular extracurricular activities include chess, choir, and swimming, etc.
Swim.
Web.
Mom cleaned the spider webs out of the garage.
A website which can only be viewed by authorized people has restricted access. The search engine looks for matches in all the web pages on their database. We can't access the web.
However, this will only be useful for Hungarian language websites aimed at Hungarian readers.
Web. Sound.
His explanation sounds reasonable to me.
And now I find you sleeping soundly.
That sounds kind of stupid. Most of the students have a sound understanding of English grammar.
These sounds are pronounceable.